Well, I was absolutely right. Arsenal 2, Olympiacos 0. And to be fair, I actually felt it should have been a hell of a lot more convincing. Drove up today, didn't get the train, and got out the ground pretty early. As soon as Bukayo Saka scored, I went and stood up the back and watched the rest because I wanted to get out. Champions League is looking pretty good. I'm going to try and keep this camera as still as I can, but it's going to be hard for me, so we'll see how we go. Look, first 25-30 minutes, Arsenal were by far the better team. Similarly to St James's Park, I thought Arsenal were the best team and should have probably been putting ourselves by more than one goal up. The goal itself was excellent play from Victor Gyökeres, and unfortunately that was probably the only thing that he managed to do. I don't think he was able to get much of the ball tonight. I like some of his hold-up play, his strength and going into battle is definitely not a problem. I think he's always up for working and running towards the ball, but actually trying to get the ball to him, I don't think we were able to do that much tonight, if I'm honest with you. And Martinelli started the game. That's now 3 goals in 4 games. And people are talking about questioning his future and stuff like that. He's doing the business for us at the moment. We're in a scenario of looking at this seriously now, thinking that Martinelli is, at the moment, doing his job. He's either coming on scoring goals, or he's starting games and putting him in the back of the net. And I know it was a little bit lucky how it hit the post and come out to him, but I'm so glad he was there, because if he wasn't there to tap it in, then it would have hit the post and the keeper would have collected it. So great ball from my player of the match tonight, Martin Odegaard. I thought he was phenomenal in most of what he did. I thought the passing was there. I thought the press was there. His drive on the ball was there. I felt his decision making was pretty good, other than a couple of options tonight where maybe he could have shot again or made a pass. But I was really impressed with him. I thought he was excellent tonight. Really good. And that's the Martin Odegaard I want to see. We saw the ball to Miles Lewis-Skelly in the Newcastle game at St James's Park, and we said we want to see more of that. And tonight, I thought he was great. I thought he was expressive. I thought he was able to express his technique. I thought he had flair. And every time he got on the ball and drove forward, it looked like he was going to find that pass. And I think there was a couple of opportunities tonight where he actually could have scored. Definitely the ball from Saka put across to him, and then obviously fired home. Odegaard, it was a great save, to be fair. The keeper made some really good saves tonight, actually, from them. A few more chances from Leandro Trossard tonight, who I thought probably did well to stay on as long as he did. I thought he missed most of what he had. Leaning back on shots, going wide, not getting his shot away a couple of times. And although he's getting in the positions, I need to see more from Leandro Trossard at the moment, particularly at that left-hand side. I don't think he provides an awful lot of pace or an outlet. I don't think he makes any diagonal runs like Martinelli does to put himself one-on-one with the keeper. So I need to see a little bit more from Leandro Trossard. He's going to remain in this side, if I'm honest with you. And I've got to be honest, at 1-0, I'm thinking we're in control. I'm liking the way we're playing. I'm thinking we're pretty comfortable. Doesn't look like Olympiacos, albeit a world-class save from Raya. We're going to get much into it. And then the substitutes come on. And it was really interesting for me because the subs came on Eze, Saka, Rice. And I'm thinking, these are good subs. We can now go on to get the second goal. Which we did, by the way. And big up to Bukayo Saka because he was excellent tonight when he came on. Always a threat. But I didn't feel like we controlled the midfield. It felt for me like probably from 68 minutes onwards until Saka scored that goal right at the end, I felt like Olympiacos come straight back into the game, and I feel like Arsenal let them come into the game. I don't think Arsenal needed to allow that to happen. It wasn't like they were knocking on our door all night, peppering our goal, had complete domination of possession. But I just feel like whatever we changed in midfield with Rice coming on, I don't think it worked, because they were getting hold of the ball and spraying it around nicely. They had a couple of really good opportunities to score, and corners, possession, chances, threatening play down the wings. I was getting a little bit worried at 1-0, and when it is 1-0 and you haven't been convincing enough to kill the game off, there's always a chance they can come back into it. So I've got to be real, tonight wasn't great for me in that second half. I don't think Gyökeres could get onto the ball much. I don't think we really had any creativity or flair from Eze, other than a couple of nice passes and some switch of play from him to Saka. I don't think we controlled the midfield when Rice come on, and although Rice was a good option to come on and try and control the midfield, the reason he didn't is because we were bombing forward to try and get that second, and I don't think that we were in the best of balance or shape in our midfield at all. Now defensively tonight we didn't really look shaky. I thought Saliba, Gabriel and Mosquera when he came on were good. Ben White was okay. I don't think he had the best of games, to be fair to him. Timber came on in the end. Miles Lewis-Skelly was probably the best out of them, if I'm honest with you. I thought he was quite comfortable on the ball. His strength, his ability on the ball is unbelievable, by the way, for an 18-year-old, 18, 19-year-old is he now? I think he's really shown that he can be a part of this side still. And I think people probably have missed Lewis-Skelly a little bit. No one's really spoken about him because of the form of Calafiori and the fact that Arteta's gone in favour of Calafiori. But I think he showed tonight why we could miss him and why we believe that he could still be a part of this side. So big up to him there. And then the subs for me, I thought they were going to change the game. I think they did, but I don't know if it was for the better, if I'm honest with you. I didn't think that we looked better when the subs came on, but we scored. And that's the main thing. Bukayo Saka tonight, he came on and it was a good goal. And the ball from Martin Odegaard is exquisite. If I'm honest, I thought he was easily our best player tonight. I thought everything that we did that was good come from Martin Odegaard. And that now is my question mark to you guys. Is Martin Odegaard back? I hope so. We all want to see it. We all pray and hope that he's back. But is he back? I think you look at Gabriel Martinelli tonight. 3 goals in 4, as I say. Is he back? I think we need those two to be back. Because there's still an issue on our left-hand side. We've got Eberechi Eze that can play there. But right now, I think Eze looks better in the centre. Which means Martinelli is probably my option on the left. But something that we cannot deny tonight is squad depth. And that's something that Arsenal have 100% improved this summer. And we have to thank Andrea Berta for that. I think when you look at the video footage tonight, at the end of the game, of Gabi Jesus there, Kai Havertz there, Noni Madueke there, and we forget Nkapie is still there, injured. I've got to be honest, that proves squad depth. Because we've forgotten about some of those players. We didn't see some of the players tonight. Max Dowman was there, Ethan Nwaneri was there. We obviously brought on some of the players tonight. The squad depth is massive. There is absolutely zero excuse I want to hear from anyone about that we haven't got this player in this position. We haven't got backup. Okay, the backup might not be the same level of quality of the first 11, but what we have got now is actually a drop-off that's less than it has been. If Saka goes down, we're not bringing on Fabi Vieira or Reece Nelson anymore. Yeah? If it's Kai Havertz that goes down, we're not putting Marino up top. If on the left-hand side there's an issue, you've got Martinelli, Trossard and Eze that can play out there. And to be fair, when fit, Madueke or Saka probably could as well. In midfield, we've got Eze, we've got Ethan, we've got Odegaard, we've got Rice, Zubimendi, Norgard. Mosquera come on tonight because Gabriel went down. Calafiori didn't even get a mention. Lewis-Skelly started. Ben White started. Timber came on. We have literally got cover in every single position. So Arsenal have done their job in the transfer market. I now need to see what we're going to do on the pitch to allow us to deliver and get across the line for a trophy. That's where I'm at. So tonight was a real proof to me that we've got squad depth. And I want to end on this. There's been a lot of talk on Ethan Nwaneri. He wasn't in the squad at the weekend and he didn't get on tonight. Is he being treated fairly? It's a question, it's not my opinion. Is he being treated unfairly? Because I understand he's young and I know that Max Dowman's even younger. But I've seen his performances against Leeds and Forest and I haven't really seen any reward yet for any minutes or a starting place. We've got injuries to Noni Madueke, we've had injuries to Odegaard and to Saka, and we haven't seen much of Ethan. We've seen little glimpses again. And I just wonder what the future holds for him. How many games is he going to play? Is he going to be seen as just a cup player? Is he going to get minutes in the Premier League? I hope so. I genuinely hope so, because he's one of my favourite players. He lifts me out of my seat. I really enjoy watching Ethan Nwaneri. And I hope and pray that we're in a position now where we can actually say Ethan is going to get his time and we don't have to worry. Because I can understand why Ethan might be a little bit concerned. Might be question marks knocking on the manager's door going, yeah, when am I going to come on? There was an option to bring him on tonight. He went no. We brought on 4 subs, I think. There was an option to bring another one on. He didn't want to. So for me, I worry for Ethan's future at the moment. Hopefully I'm wrong and it's fine. There's loads of time. There's loads of game time. We'll see what happens. Listen, people, do me a favour. Hit like, hit subscribe. It's 2 wins in the Champions League and we are right up there in the new league format. Big up. We'll see you next time.